tourism. And so you would see less messaging coming out about asking for support because we really focus on getting the word out that Jamaica is open for business. Come and have your holiday in Jamaica. We have over 80% of our hotels that are back open. They're ready to receive guests. You can go down and have a great time and enjoy Jamaica. I believe 30 to 35% of our revenue comes from tourism. So it's very important that that message goes out. So yes, so Dr. Jones, that's what I'll say this week about our efforts. If is Minister on it?
Yes, we can get an update from Pastor on the hurricane in line with that. Or?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So Pastor Walter August of Bethel's Family Church out of Houston, Texas is on, and he's here to give an update on the hurricane relief effort. Pastor August, I'll ask you to unmute. The Jamaica Foundation has worked with him on a benefit concert at his church with the Honorable Steve Higgins back earlier this year. So Pastor August.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jones and Consul General. Thank you so much for the invitation. Family, just going to be kind of brief at this hour. My name is Walter August Jr. I happen to be the senior pastor of one church at Bethel's Family here in Houston. With that said, we also have Bethel's Global Reach, which is an international ministry output. We've been serving 32 St. Elizabeth Parish, Brown River area. We were able to get a little scope of some of the things that we could do. So we came back, we had a trip scheduled to Kenya, Africa, to do medical, dental, optical in June. But since this war started, we had to pivot. So we've kind of taken our team and we're focusing on going back to Jamaica May the 24th through June the 2nd, June the 8th. So we are bringing doctors, nurses, dentists, also laymen. We're working with some of the schools in that Bethel town area. And then we also be providing school supplies and stuff for the children working within. We also have targeted 50 homes that have no roofs, that we're going to be providing those resources to get those roofs done. And now I heard you, General Counsel, concerning that Jamaica is open for business. We heard you loud and clear. And so our team of 40 plus will be staying at one of the resorts. So we will be in tourist dollars at the same time. Of helping our brothers and sisters.
Before you continue, can we get some claps going in the chat, please, everybody? Just send out the claps and the fires. Continue, Pastor.
Okay.
All right. Good. I think maybe he dropped off. But while he's
just had you know what's happened? Yeah, and somebody just had a power outage in Jamaica, so they're just courtesy first is rebooting, he said.
Okay, so in the meantime, I'll just update you. Pastor August, as he said, he has a large Jamaican congregation at his church, and he's worked with the Jamaica Foundation of Houston, Missouri City Domino Club, Association of Jamaican Nurses, Irish Community, I Love Being Caribbean Community. A lot of organizations here in Houston, Texas, work together for the hurricane relief effort. He was instrumental in hosting our benefit concert to raise funds for the hurricane. And now he is hosting a mission trip on May 26th. So he'll talk to you about that. The mission trip, he's already done a trip to Jamaica to help out folks in Westmoreland. And this mission trip on May 26th will be to Bethel Town, Jamaica. And as he said, he's supporting the economy, staying at the hotel. And he's already spoken to the mayor in Montego Bay on his last trip. So he's taken up to 40 people on mission trips. So that's a lot of what's going on here in Texas for the relief effort. And I know a lot of work is being done across the states of the southern region of the US. So I just want to big up everybody for all the support. The diaspora is really representing well. All right. So as
well said, and I estimate this region alone has done over 40 million US dollars worth of aid to Jamaica. And so it's significant, and we want to say thank you. Whether it was at 10 cents or $1 million, like the Miami Heat and other organizations, whatever you contributed, as long as you gave it in love, it will manifest. And so we want to thank our fellow Jamaicans and other countries and other individuals who rallied together with us to build back. And so, again, a big thank you.
Okay. So we'll see who else is on, and we can have Pastor August join back if he has a few more words to say later on. Courtney Cephas, is he on? You said he was cut off.
Yeah, he was all right. So while he's booting up, let me just use the opportunity to say the sort of 5K takes place on May 9th at the Miramar Regional Park, and it's going to be in 5 cities simultaneously. So we're going to be in Houston, we're going to be in Atlanta, we're going to be in Orlando, and I'm missing one, and we're going to be in, I suspect we're going to be in a city in Tennessee, all right, to be announced. So Orlando, Atlanta, Houston, Miramar, and one more, all right? But you can actually register right now. The race is a little bit more expensive in Miramar because it's a timed race, and the other races are of course smaller, a little bit more symbolic. But you can go on the website www.jamaica-5krun.com. So www. Yeah, can you put it? Yeah.
We'll put it in the chat.
Excellent. So you can take a minute now while and just register. And if you register on this call, just please let us know so we can recognize you. Yes, Atlanta link is up. Go to the same link, www.jamaica-5krun.com. You will see the picture of Atlanta. Just click on it and you can register right away. So is Courtney on? We'll
move on to the next speaker.
Yeah, he's not. I don't see Vivian as yet. Vivian was coming to the end.
Okay, Pastor Terrelong is on. Would you like to have him speak next?
Minister Terrelong is on.
Honorable Orlando Terrelong, Minister of State, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. I see you're on there. Okay. Waiting room.
Minister is that?
He was in. He's joining now. He's in.
Okay.
Minister Terrelong. I believe we see him on. Okay. If we can ask you to unmute. I'm not seeing everyone here. So while we get him on, we can.
Yeah, all right. Well, let me just say, so the diaspora.
I'm not seeing the list.
Okay. So, all right. Well, Courtney Cephas is on, and he leads the Adopt a Clinic initiative, and he's a gentleman, doesn't like too long an intro, even though he has this a long, extensive bio. Oh, Minister Terrelong is here. Well, can we unmute Minister?
All right, Minister Terrelong is on. We can ask him to unmute.
Minister, can you hear us?
Is the camera on?
He can unmute. Release that, Dr. Jones. Huh?
I'm not seeing the unmute.
No, he can't unmute. That's what he's saying.
Yes, I'm trying to get the request.
Yeah.
Is his camera is not on. Can you turn his camera on?
Yeah, Minister, you can turn your camera on.
Ask to start video. Ask to unmute, okay. Are you unmuted now? You're on twice, so I'm hitting both.
No, I think Minister, he's still on mute. He said,
Okay,
"Hi,
the
CG,
video
is
is
the
on
Zoom
now.
link working?"
Okay, here we go. Asked to unmute. The Minister, Orlando Terrelong.
Hi,
Yes,
good
Minister.
afternoon. That is, if my son were on the Zoom call, he'd think I'm the one that's technologically challenged because of age. But alas, it was not my doing at all. So, Dr. Bent, I don't know. You had me.
I'll take it.
I've been trying to get on. In fact, I sent CG a message saying, CG, is the
Yes.
Zoom even working? Because
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
hearing, not
yes,
seeing anything at all.
yes. So we apologize. We apologize for that, Minister, and we are happy to have you on our weekly call, Minister. We do this every single week since Hurricane Melissa, and it has turned into the community update. And right across our 13 states, we have representatives on board on a weekly basis, just getting an update on things taking place in Jamaica as well as in the community. So it's indeed our honor to have you, our Minister of State in Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and come and share a few words with us, especially as it relates to our upcoming diaspora conference and just sharing why it is that person should come and be a part of the most exciting conference in the entire world. Our hardworking minister, energetic, hit the ground running and has made a massive impact on our communities. It's indeed an honor to have Minister Terrelong on. Minister, is your camera on?
Yes, it's on.
Yes, all right, good, excellent, excellent. All right, over to you, Minister.
All right, Oliver, thank you so much, CG. First of all, again, thanks to you and Dr. Ben Jones, for hosting and for inviting me. It's always a pleasure speaking with our diasporans, who I like to consider as our ambassadors at large across the world. So it really is a great pleasure to be here with you. Again, let me thank you and the team. Was
The connection is spotty, Minister.
Yeah.
Was it in Miami? No, I got G. Why is it that? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hearing you now. It was a little
you're
spotty
freezing.
a while ago.
Hello?
Yeah, hearing you now. Well, seeing you now.
The
Seeing you
internet
now.
is not working properly. Can you hear me now?
It was spotty. Hearing you now.
But not here.
Okay, he's freezing a little bit.
He's freezing. He's freezing.
But
Here.
all right. Maybe
Do you wanna?
Minister Terrelong, can maybe need to come out and go back in because it's the connection. It's your connection that's creating that challenge that we're having.
All right. So, Minister, if you can just log out.
Let me change to a different.
Okay, so he'll log off and join back.
So it should be available. Have them prepare that for me, please, and I'll come down to the second floor and do the
Plus, during the hurricane, continues to work closely with us, especially as it relates to donations and facilitating our various contributions and telling us how to stay in line. And he's also, we focused on the Adopt a Clinic initiative, of which his office is responsible for. So, when we're on the ground and we carry our delegation to Jamaica, Courtney is the one who ensures that we're picked up at the airport and we are transported in the Lexus bus and we are carried around with caviar and champagne. I'm just kidding. Well, he ensures that the arrangements are in place so we can go and visit the various clinics, and the purchase of medical equipment and everything is done by his office. And the extensive reporting, he gives us an extensive report on how the funds have been utilized, so we can have that available to us. Mr. Courtney Cephas, over to you, sir. I think you have to unmute. Yeah.
We're gonna ask you to unmute.
Yeah, I'm unmuting. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all. CJ, Dr. Ben Jones, thank you for having me. Thanks for all the team for having me. I hope at some point we can try to have CG retract all those Lexus and Mercedes speak and caviar and all of that, because somebody is gonna stick with somebody, and the expectation
I'm just
is gonna be
joking,
there.
guys. I am joking. Anybody was taking it serious. Don't quote me on that. All right.
All right. So
Excellent service. They look after us when we come to Jamaica, the delegation we took down. All right.
yeah,
So fuck you.
we try. So
Yeah.
I'm Courtney Cephas. Let me just, I'm not assuming anything, and many of you probably the first time engaging with me or hearing about the foundation. I'm the executive director for the National Care Enhancement Foundation. And that entity is responsible for, it is the agency of the Ministry of Health responsible for managing, administering, and mobilizing all philanthropic support to the public health sector. So if there's any donation you're considering, get in touch with the foundation, get in touch with me. 876-550-5495. I'm giving you my number there. All right. 876-550-5495. Get in touch with me first and foremost if you want things to go smooth, easy, and efficient. Just get in touch with us. All right. So where donations are concerned. Melissa came, all the support, a significant amount of the support that came through during that time, all the missions that came, the field hospitals that year, the donations that were coming through, the foundations, we facilitate a lot of that and make sure that it clears and get to the right destination that the donor is designated. So please, the National Healthcare Enhancement Foundation, my number 876-550-5495. I don't want anybody to say that they have attempted to make donation and they don't know what to do or they don't know who to contact and they're having trouble. If you get in touch with us, I promise it should be smooth. Let me just talk about a couple of things relating to, I'm going to relate it back, hurricane support, and also relate it back to the diaspora conference that's coming up. CG mentioned that. Minister Charlong is going to speak on that. Very important conference. So I'm going to kind of relate my topics in terms of that. First, let me give a big thanks to CG and the team in Florida and the South, all the states that he's responsible for, and all the members of the Jamaica Hi-Fi Run Walk, all who have supported that. Under the Adopter Clinic program, that CG, you know, he has done wonders with the team and with the areas that he's supporting. We have a total adoption of 17 health centers out of 59 health centers that has been adopted. 17 of those health centers come from the support of CG and the wider diaspora community of the South. 17 health centers, 6 directly under the auspices of the CG, and those I think are supported by the Jamaica Hi-Fi Run Walk, your signature event that I think is coming up, and I hope to be there for that event. The support from the CG and the team, the 6 health centers, a total of $18 million in commitment to support 6 health centers. That is the largest single group of health center that has been adopted by any single entity. There is 11 health centers spanning other states in other members from other states within the South. 11 health centers. That's another $30 million in support that's there. That is tremendous. Together, it's $48 million that the efforts of the Diaspora South has made to the public health sector in Jamaica, the health centers. And the funding goes towards clinical equipment, the purchase of clinical blood pressure machines, scales, otoscope, autoclaves for the health center. And it also goes to provide facility equipment, put in ACs where it's necessary, provide storage units for cabinets and stuff like that for the health center. It goes towards providing equipment, a refrigerator, microwave for staff that's there, seating for the client seating areas. So the support has been tremendous there, and the program continues to be very strong. 59 adoptions so far out of the 100 that's there. So again, my thanks to the whole team for that support, wonderful support, and the continued support. Now,
this is an accomplishment. This is an accomplishment for the entire community.
Yeah.
Because everybody joined in. You know, this is heavy lifting. It's not a one donor give the thing. It's heavy lifting. People coming in with their donation to be a part of the 5K, and you know, so I thank everybody for their support. And Corny, do you tell them how they can get involved, because we have big wigs, including Dr. Jones, who leads the Houston Association, who on their own can adopt a clinic.
Yeah, so again, I had given you my number. If you're interested in adoption, just call me. I can also share my email address, but call me. Or you know what? Reach out to CG, because boy, if you reach out to him, boy, him call me all hours of the night, and you're gonna get through, and we're gonna make that link.
Can you share the number again?
876-550-5495. Call me, because the Adopter Clinic is one of the strongest programs that we have, and our minister will tell you that. He testifies to it all the while. He said we should be doing a lot, structuring a lot of our engagements like that, because it's one of the strongest programs there is. And it is I'm not going to go into the detail, but roughly $1 million Jamaican dollars, that's about 7,000 US per year for 3, 4, or 5 years, depending on what the donor choose. You choose a health center. A lot of times people choose health centers that are in there where they come from, the parish that they're from, a health center that they went to. Their parents might still be there. So it is near and dear to the adopters, the health centers that they choose. And believe me, it goes a long way. CG will tell you when he comes back and they visit and we tour how appreciative the staff are. Yeah, I mean, we went there, done tour, and they cook food. They welcome us back with a whole cooking of goat. We get cane, you get coconut water, they get apple, they get everything. So the staff is up, and that was the staff that did that. So they are so appreciative. So it is a good opportunity to engage, and you can talk to me on that. Now I'm gonna move that to relate it back to Hurricane Melissa. As you all know, Hurricane Melissa was one of the largest hurricane ever, the largest ever to hit the Caribbean and Jamaica. Out of that, the country suffered $8.8 billion US dollars in damage. That's 41% of our GDP. Of that total, 7.9 billion US was impacted the 5 parishes out in the west. The 5 parishes. 7.9.
Repeat that. We repeat those numbers again.
Hurricane Melissa damage was assessed at 8.8 billion US dollars.
Right.
That is 41% of our GDP. That is a huge hit, guys. 41% of our GDP.
Yeah.
Of the 8.8, 7.9 billion US affected was damages in the 5 parishes out in the west. We're talking about St. James, we're talking about Westmoreland, we're talking about Hanover, we're talking about Trelawney and St. Elizabeth there. Those parishes were most damaged and there. And the health centers, I mean, the hospitals were all significantly damaged. Some of them we're going to have to rebuild. Black River Hospital, Noel Homes, for example, eventually will probably have to be rebuilt because they suffered significant damage and they're on the waterfront. 101 health centers in all those 5 parishes. So that's roughly 20 in the 5 parishes. Of the 101, 65 were classified as major to significant damages, which means the roof was lost, the structure was compromised, water came in and damaged the equipment. So we are now in the process of trying to rebuild those health centers. And the goal is, the posture is to rebuild them resilient so that the next hurricane come, they can stand up much better. And we know it can be done because during Beryl, we had 4 health centers that were damaged. We rebuilt them. Those 4 health centers out in the west, they stood up and they remained open. So
I just said that. I just want to commend Rohan Green, who signed up for Atlanta while we were speaking. So, people who are taking action, we want to recognize them. And if you sign up for the Diaspora Conference too, let us know at the same time. Sorry to break you, Courtney, but
No, I'm not
know,
going to be quick because
Alright.
I know the minister
Yes.
is coming
Yes.
back on.
And we
then
have
you
two more
can-
speakers.
Yes, and you
Yes.
can answer any question. What I want to say, so we have the adopter clinic, the normal, we have the special adopter clinic to address those health centers. The special just called for more money. We're talking about up to $500,000 US for those. So we have donors already lined up for that. But also I want to share with you the opportunity to engage in health. We have a maternal and early life initiative. What we want to do in Jamaica, the maternal death rates mothers are a little higher than we want it to be, and we're working to bring that down. So you have about mothers, it's about 100 and I think 30 something deaths per 100,000. We want to get it to 70. And for neonatals, it's about 16. We want to get it down to 12. So that's a big initiative, and that is going to require a lot of support and equipment and stuff there. So you can engage on that. There's telemental health that we're going to do also. So I'm closing. Diaspora Conference is coming up. I hope to be there.
All right.
I'm going to be there, and I will be glad to share a lot of this stuff and how we can engage. A very focused dialogue with the diaspora on that. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Courtney. I appreciate it. And yes.
I want to acknowledge Faith Clark of Jacksonville, Florida, longtime diaspora supporter. I see Kurt Kane, former Texan, now Floridian. He also supported the hurricane relief, sent supplies down to the hospitals. And let's see, a number of other people are on.
Tanya Gordon, welcome.
Yeah,
Dr. Dr. Foster is on.
Yeah. Suzette Lloyd, Rochester Lloyd is on with Victoria Mitchell.
Thank you, VM. Yes, VM, very supportive of us.
Yes.
All right.
So we're moving on to Vivian Scully.
Yeah, Vivian Scully. Yes.
Yeah. Chief Executive Officer with Agro Invest. Mr. Scully, we'll ask you to unmute. Is your camera on?
While he unmutes, I want to acknowledge Fern Lamy, who is very helpful in organizing the original 5K. But Mr. Vivian Scully, formerly of Jampro, now elevated to the CEO of Agro Invest, a gentleman who is extremely supportive, very accessible. He sits in a very pivotal position because, as we know, agriculture is critical to our GDP numbers and economic growth and the prospects available for us and opportunities available for people on the call to start earning more money. And so, Professor Scully, here we call you Professor, right?
Afternoon, everyone.
We'll say a few words on investing in Jamaica. And he'll be a speaker on the Diaspora Conference, I believe. Go ahead, Mr. Scully.
All right. Well, I'm happy to join. I'm a bit late, but nevertheless, I'd like to share with you quickly that despite Hurricane Melissa, the agriculture sector is still doing well. The farming community has rebounded significantly, so much that we are in oversupply of so many items. We have to be hosting farmers markets all across the country to make these products available, whilst they are still in good shape. So the opportunity around agriculture is pretty significant. And oftentimes the media, talks about the fact that Jamaica imports $1.6 billion of food into the country. But the opportunity from where we sit now is far in excess of that 1.6 billion, because they don't speak about the 3 million consumers locally, the 3 million tourists who are visiting, and of course the over 3 million persons in the diaspora that are supportive of Jamaican agricultural branded products. And so this opportunity for agriculture is more in the region of $3 to $5 billion when you add it all up. So why have we been able to take use of it? We have too much fragmented production. We have weak processing capacity. A lot of the food is lost in spoilage because we're not converting enough into secondary products. We have cold chain gaps across the country. So somebody in Westmoreland can't get product into the other side of the island, the distance, all of that stuff. And then there's the missed export value in terms of us capitalizing on the diaspora who wants their Jamaican products. So we're presenting these opportunities. We have, as AgroInvest, been expanding the lands that we have under management. We're now up to 12,000 acres, and we're seeking to grow that to 20,000 over the next 3 to 5 years in order to create more opportunity for structured agricultural growth. We're also, especially since Melissa, rolling out cold chain across the country. And CG, who was involved in agricultural distribution himself, knows very well there are gaps in the distribution system. And so across the country, the government has approved AgroInvest establishing 6 to 8 cold chain centers across the country, solar powered, in order to support the agriculture sector. Now, all of these have opportunity for private sector participation. And so as they are rolled out, we're going to be presenting these opportunities as project profiles, investment profiles for investors to sign up. We've been doing that through the deal book, which was launched at the Agri Investment Forum last year. We had significant support from the diaspora, and we're very happy the numbers that turned out. A deal book was prepared for that event, and it has over 30 different agricultural projects that can be facilitated through the AgroInvest Corporation. So it's on our website. You can go there and download it.
And the website address?
agroinvest.gov.jm. Give me 1 sec.
All right.
And while we do that, I want to just acknowledge Sandra Christie Brown, who registered for the Diaspora Conference. And yes, so I know we're trying to post the link for the Diaspora Conference.
It's posted in the chat, CG.
It's in the chat. All right, so you guys, you can please register on this call so we can acknowledge you. All right, register for the Diaspora Conference. All right.
Upside down.
So
very good. All
is
right.
it right side up now?
The test.
Yes, this is the deal book. This is a physical copy, but it's available online at our website at agroinvest.gov.jm for download.
And we put it in the chat.
Over 30 opportunities in there that investors can get involved in. And we have land, and we're rolling out new agro parks as well. We're rolling out one in St. Mary. The St. Catherine ones and the Clarendon ones are, I'd say they are fully subscribed at the moment. But we're rolling out in St. Anne, a 600-acre park there. Lidford, we're rolling out a zone of 1,000 acres. And we're in discussion with one of our sister agencies to acquire 650 acres in St. James, Westmoreland. St. James, Montpelier in St. James.
Thank you so much.
Gonna put it there. How can persons get in contact with you for follow-up information?
Well, other than calling CG, and Dr. Bent also has my contact information, you can get me at agroinvest.gov.jm via our website, or email me at vivianscully@agroinvest.gov.jm.
All right, again, the information is in the chat.
Yes, we're going to be at the conference. So for those who are planning to attend, or if you weren't planning to attend, but if you want to learn more about agriculture, meet us at the conference, the Diaspora Forum, which will be in June of this year.
All right.
All right. So June 14 to 18, guys. Thank you very much, Mr. Scully. Appreciate the feedback. I know you're in a board meeting and you stepped out to
but always happy to support any initiative.
Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Same here. Keep up the hard work. I love it.
All right, thanks. All right. We have our next speaker.
The minister is back.
Minister Orlando Terrelong, Minister of State, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Mr. Terlong, we're able to ask you to unmute yourself.
Mr. Terlong, turn on your video, please.
Minister, you hear it?
Yeah. The video is off, yes. But in the meanwhile, Marilyn Douglas Jones of the Texas Chamber of Commerce here in Texas, of course, Texas, did a webinar on doing business in Jamaica as part of her Doing Business in Jamaica series, that first quarter of the year. So you can look forward to more events and such. I do want to give a shout out to Kay with ableness.shop, a marketplace for those with disabilities. Kay's from Texas, running a nonprofit.
All right. The Texas thing getting too heavy. Got to big up
No,
Caroline.
no, but
Got to big up Caroline
Oh.
Salal, who's up United for Jamaica, from the Georgia crew. Sure.
yes.
Minister Terlong, please. Turn on your video, please, Minister Terlong.
Hold on. Jason is saying that you're not unmuted.
I've been
turn on the
pressing
camera.
ask him on mute, but I will tell him to turn on the camera right now.
Turn on the camera first, Lisa. They said the camera is
Give
on.
it to unmute without the camera.
Well, it's clearly not the Terlong then, so it must be another.
Is
It's
there
not
another?
Terlong.
So Ms. Sharon Christensen.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
MFFAT Jamaica. So
Here he is. We see him. Can I
Yes.
ask him to unmute? Right. Welcome back.
Welcome back, indeed. Are you able to hear me now?
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Minister.
loud and clear, Minister.
Right, CG, your system is such that the persons cannot unmute themselves, you know. You have to unmute from your end or send the request for the unmute. So
Yeah.
somebody's saying unmute, but I can't unmute unless
You know what,
unmute.
Minister? Let me tell you what happened.
That's too
the
close.
first running it was not, they weren't aware that it was the MFAFT. They were looking out for Terrell. I think that was,
Yeah.
Your personal account is in the Zoom as well. So I was unmuting the Terralong account.
opposed to the thing. All right.
As opposed to
Apologies for
MFA.
that, Minister. Let's move on.
All right, can you hear me now?
We can hear you
Yes,
clearly.
loud and
All
clear.
right. So again, it's good to join you all. And Oliver, I suspect you've been telling them about the diaspora conference coming up.
Definitely.
Right.
And we do every week. Every week we have this call and we actually encourage persons to register on the spot. And we thought it would be a good opportunity to hear directly those who weren't at the launch. Let's hear directly from you again. Some of the great reasons to be at the greatest conference in the world.
Very well. I like how you put it because it truly will be the greatest conference in the world. So first of all, again, let me thank you all as our ambassadors. I always know that our diasporans are really ambassadors of Jamaica across the world. And Oliver, again, thanks to you and the team for hosting us some 2 weeks ago as we continue the diaspora tour. Some persons have messaged, they've called from all across the world wanting to know why Miami. And I said to them, well, CG Mair would have had it no other way because he has promised 300 persons from South Florida to come to the conference. And if he's promising 300 persons to register to come, then we kickstarted right there. So now Canada is saying, well, they're going to outdo you. So I have to come to Canada. And I'm waiting to hear what New York and DC and Atlanta and the UK will say. So far, we have Miami at, South Florida at 300, and we have Canada at 500, which means, Oliver, you have to up your game now. So let's see if we can get an extra 200 persons to match Canada at the end of this call. Listen, the truth is Jamaica is destination trade and investment. It is something that not only I believe, but it is something that we have proven. When you look at the real estate market in Jamaica and the rate of interest on your investment, it is absolutely phenomenal. When you look at the progress that we have made in agriculture, again, remarkable. Every time I speak to diaspora, Minister Green always says, Minister, please tell them about our orchard crops and all the gains they can make in agriculture. And we're now twinning technology, including AI, with agriculture as we focus on greater food security. So when you look at what happened with Hurricane Melissa, again, our Prime Minister has made it very, very clear. We're not going to sit down, pretend that we're helpless, and look at the hurricane as a disaster that has completely devastated Jamaica, but rather as an opportunity as to how to rebuild in a more resilient way. So Jamaica's model, I was at a conference in Africa. I just got back on the weekend, and Jamaica was at the spotlight of that conference when we looked at the small island developing states and how we can improve our resilience to natural disasters. And again, I was able to highlight Jamaica's position on that. And so what we want is members from the diaspora to come to Jamaica, be a part of the rebuilding, be a part of the reconstruction, be a part of this sort of resilience mode that we're going into. Now, when I mentioned the construction area earlier, one of the things we'll be doing is we'll be moving some of our towns. So when you look at Black River is one of the older towns here in the Western Hemisphere, certainly in the Caribbean, and we're moving Black River from the coast further inland. And again, major reconstruction. You're talking about, we're going to need persons to collaborate in terms of climate resilient housing, education, health sectors, general urban planning. So these are the expertise that we know exist not only in Jamaica, but across the diaspora. Whatever field that you are in, imagine that being put in place or being put to good use, being a part of the investment model in Jamaica as we move some of our coastal towns. Now, more than 82% or approximately 82% of Jamaicans live within 5 kilometers of the coast. And with climate change being a reality, your government, led by your Prime Minister, has taken the very bold decision that we have to move some of these towns from the coast further inland. So we're starting with Black River. Then there's going to be Lucy in Hanover. We're looking at Negril as well. We're looking at several areas across that Montego Bay belt going all the way down into Portland. So again, great opportunities for growth and investment across all sectors as we move these coastal towns further inland. We're also looking at new improvements to education and the greater use of AI and technology generally, building out STEAM schools. Again, I know the diaspora has a passion for education. You have a passion for health services generally. And these are two of the key areas that we will need your collaboration. The diaspora also has a passion for digitalization. So when we speak about technology, AI, digitalization, there's a complete digital transformation that will take place in building a more climate resilient, a more modern Jamaica. And again, these are areas in which we are seeking your expertise, your investments, your collaboration, and just your and just your thought processes generally as to how we can work together to build a better Jamaica. So the Diaspora Conference, June 14th, 18th, those are the strategic discussions that we're having. We've also spoken to we had a meeting with the Small Business Association. CG Mair was actually in Jamaica last month for that meeting, and we've asked them to send us a list of at least 50 projects that are ready to just take the shovel and go into the ground and start building, so that when you come to the conference, you will be able to see these 50 ready to go projects to say, well, I like this one, I like that one, I think I can partner with this one, I think I can partner with that one. I had a meeting with a young man from Canada who is in Jamaica now, getting a head start on some projects. But he says to me, Minister, you probably don't recall, but in 2024 at the conference, I was here, I sat on an educational panel. He was able to meet other members from the diaspora. He lives in Canada, met up with someone who is in Florida, met up with Victoria Mutual, and they're now collaborating with different programs through funding through VM in Canada and in Florida, the US. So again, it shows you the kind of networking that can materialize out of the conference. And again, this year, we're using a greater focus on, again, the AI, the digitalization, to connect you not only with government agencies, but with also fellow conference goers, so that you can have your own network. So when you come to conference this year, you can use your cell phone. everyone, your registration will take place in your wristband. So in other words, your data that you upload, your LinkedIn profiles, your socials and so forth, what you do, what you'd like to do, that will be fixed to your wristband. You can now take your cell phone, scan the wristband, and you're in direct contact with that person. So you have them. So the days of passing business cards and then, you know, you lose the card, you leave it in your jacket, you probably leave it in your handbag or your purse, and then you don't know where the card is. Excellent. So we're moving away from that. So it's a simple tap. When you interface with the government agencies and departments, again, you can scan. They will have their tablet, and you scan. They have your information. So if you're interfacing with, let's say, PICA, for example, and you know you want to sort out the citizenship or you want to look at something else, you scan, tap. They have your record. You have the information. You can do a quick email follow-up and so forth. So it's better way, we call it B2B or business to business, right. Again, individual to individual. So you can keep in connect, you can keep connected in that way. So we're looking at great ways to increase the connection and again, providing greater investment across a myriad of sectors. So I'm really excited about the conference. Our conference chair this year is Mr. Earl Jarrett, and we all know Mr. Earl Jarrett and the JN team. I mean, listen, if anybody knows investment, JN knows investment. You know, they've done it in Jamaica, they've done it in the UK. I mean, they're really a phenomenal company, and we're happy to be working with Mr. Jarrett and his team. And of course, you know, our heads of missions such as CG Mair in Florida, we have Mrs. Corla Ban in Canada, and of course our ambassadors across the globe. They're all working as a part of a phenomenal team. And again, we have our diaspora department here led by Director Blackwood and the team, again just doing phenomenal work. So we're looking forward to welcoming you. The programs committee has started meeting, so there will be a draft program out shortly. I'm hoping that the draft program will be ready in time for the official launch. The official launch takes place next week, and I can share with you here that we're meeting. Tomorrow we have a sponsors breakfast, again, because people want to be a part of it. So I'm not sure if it's about maybe 25 or 35 sponsors, but they'll be on tomorrow morning for the breakfast meeting at a particular location to discuss ways in which they can leverage their business with the diaspora conference. Again, you know, last conference we're talking about 18 different countries, almost 1,200 persons coming to Jamaica. I mean, if you can tap into that kind of network, again, it's great for your business. It's great for Jamaica. When Jamaica wins, we all win. When the diaspora is empowered, Jamaica wins. So for us, the conference, it's about building you, building your brand, building your business, and of course, building Jamaica. So we look forward to welcoming every single one of you. And of course, please pass your suggestions to CG Mair, because again, we depend on CG Mair and the team to say, okay, well, we have this person who's an expertise in aerodynamics, for example, and Jamaica wants to build out a space program. You know, so we need this person to be on a panel speaking about this and so forth. So whatever the skills or the network is that exists in the diaspora, in your particular area, speak to CG. We can get you on a panel so that you can, you know, I mean, again, you can advance the discussions, and not just the discussions, but in terms of the action plan. Because at the end of the day, coming out of our conference, again, we want tangible results. And again, the best and the brightest, which is you across the diaspora, are welcome to play your role.
Thank you. Thank you, Minister Terralong. Thank you so much. Very informative. Again, the Jamaica Diaspora Conference, June 14th to 18th. The flyers in the chat. Thank you.
And let me tell you, you heard directly from the minister, and the minister want to commend you. I've been to several conferences before, and for me, the best conference I was at the last one, right there in Montego Bay.
Thank you, sir.
It was really good from start to finish. Had nothing to do with the fact that I led one of the panels, or I hosted a TV show.
Of course it was.
Nothing to do with that fact, guys. Nothing to do with that fact at all. But no, just the energy, great energy from start to finish. Get there early in the morning. There were activities right up tonight. There was great entertainment packages in the night. The hotels, you know, you go over, you relax in the evening. I carry on the family. So you have to have dinner with them in the evening, swim with them in the morning, then come over to the conference, meet people from all over the world. It is priceless. A lot of countries around the world want to get this sort of framework. We have it. Let's make use of it. Register today, and I promise you, you're going to have an amazing and productive time in Jamaica, June 14th to 18th. So
All
with
right.
that, yes.
Minister Tirlon, before you go, I just want to say, as a diaspora person, because you just spoke to the Consul General and, of course, our super host, but as just a diaspora person, we're absolutely, I speak on behalf of everybody on this line. We're grateful for the information that you brought to us today. We're grateful for you engaging with us the way you did today. That allows us to feel a part of Jamaica and the Jamaica diaspora at the same time.
Continue to feel a part.
Continue to feel a part, yes. So
I don't want to give the minister impression like, say, boy, it's only when you come here, you hear about conference or these things. You have to make it clear, man.
Thank you. You're very kind. I do appreciate it. And again, it's what we do. It's direct engagement. And oftentimes there are so many things that Oliver will invite me up to. But again, because of just how vast the diaspora is, I have to try my best to make sure that I'm not only in Miami, but I'm elsewhere as well. But I thank you for the comments, and we're looking forward to hearing from you all. As I've said, the truth is, our diaspora, you are our ambassadors. You are not only an extension of Jamaica, but you are Jamaica. So when we get persons from 18 countries coming to Jamaica, I got a message this morning from the Ghana Chamber of Commerce. And again, the message is, Minister, we were at the last conference. We want to engage. We have a contingency of Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica from Ghana who want to come. We got an email last week from Nigeria. Again, Jamaicans living in Nigeria and friends of Jamaica from Nigeria. They want to say, how can we assist them with getting visas, because they have a contingency that's coming to the conference. So, it's really, really looking good. People are energized. People want to hear what the government is doing, the plans for Jamaica. And I'll tell you this. When Jamaica succeeds, less phone calls coming to the US to say, beg you some phone card or beg you send the barrel, because everybody is now, some of the good things that we've done. Unemployment in Jamaica, 3.3%. It's one of the lowest unemployment records in the world. This is your government building a better Jamaica for you and your families. So 3.3%, one of the lowest in the world. Our debt to GDP ratio, notwithstanding or even after a category 5 plus storm, our debt to GDP ratio is now approximately 70%. We were heading in the direction of, we were almost at 60 and we've moved up to 70. But remember, we're still coming from 144%, 125% a decade, 12 years ago, 10 to 12 years ago. So again, great movement because of the financial management. And when you look at Jamaica's financial management, we were able within weeks of the hurricane to go to all our major lending partners, the IMF, the World Bank, the international, the IDB and so forth. We were able to get some $6.8 billion in funding that will be distributed over a particular period. Just like that. When I say just like that, simply because we were able to show the books that we were not parting with the rent money. One time when and I share this with you, the IMF, and the World Bank, they used to start meetings and saying, okay, has Jamaica failed now? Jamaica is literally a basket case. You pour the water in there, you pour the money in there, and it just trickles right out with nowhere to go. That's not the case now. Jamaica is now the case study, the poster child, even the Mair Herald. How many of you saw the Mair Herald article 2 years ago that says Jamaica is the mini superpower in the Caribbean? Good finance, good fiscal management, good financial management. When you look at the investments we've made also across the education sector, the health sector, even security sector. Last year murders were down by more than 42% year on average. Already this year, we're close to 30% on top of the gains of last year.
Stop a little, Minister. Stop a little. We said these numbers and it roll off very easy. But we have to stop and just congratulate everybody who was a part of these drastic reductions. From I've been here as Consul General, the number one concern was crime. Now we're discussing major reductions in crime over the last 3 years. Kudos to everybody from Minister of Security, all of our members of the police force, everybody who had a hand in this major achievement. This is something we can all feel proud of, members of the diaspora here.
Yes. I'll share this with you, Oliver, and team. When I say and team, all what, about 100 persons online now.
Minister, the person you heard me talk about 2 while ago is my is my good brethren, Jason Walker. He's part of the production team. So we ramp rough like that.
No, I don't get to see it. I'm not gonna get involved with. I'm not gonna get involved with you and your diaspora members. All right, but I'll share this with you. I was doing an interview at Easter Monday. Today's Wednesday, right? So 2 days ago, Easter Monday. Now Easter Monday is a big day in the constituency because not only am I a minister, but I'm also a member of parliament. So it's 2 different hats. And when you're in a diplomatic setting, it's a little different from when you're in the constituency setting. Constituency setting, you can be a bit more relaxed. So I'm in my shorts and my slippers and my t-shirt. We're having football competitions in one community. We're having kite festival in one community. And we're doing the race track because it's a big race day for Easter Monday. And for the last race, I'm speaking to a reporter and he's asking about the race and the constituency and the football competitions. And I said to him that Gregory Park is now one of the safest communities in Jamaica. And the reporter chuckled. He laughed. And I said, no. Gregory Park did not record not one single murder in 2025.
Wow.
And for 2026, we have recorded none. The last time there was a murder inside of Gregory Park was about maybe August 2024, thereabout. All right. And so we put a new, again, when your government finds the resources, of course, we have a good MP as well, you know, and we put a police post inside Gregory Park. Gregory Park, for those of you who know Gregory Park and used to read the news, and maybe some of you are from Portmore, because, you know, people from Portmore are everywhere. Portmore, everywhere going to diaspora, there's somebody from Portmore. And when you hear about Gregory Park in the past, Gregory Park used to be a red zone. You know, one go Gregory Park because you hear about gunshot and this and gunman and we don't have that issue anymore. Not one. 2025 was on record the safest year ever for, and it means. So this is why, so we can have our football competitions, our kite festival. The children can go around, they can up and down. We're fixing roads. Those of you who follow my social media page, our children are coming. I never noticed so much bicycles and skateboards, and they have this electric skate now. What's it called? They have an electric one. I never electric scooter.
Minister,
I never used so many of these things. Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna have you back another day.
Oh yeah.
To continue. Yes, I know you. A lot of good news that you're sharing.
Dr. Bent is putting on her diplomatic hat now. Right? She said, boy, Minister will only want you for 10 minutes and you're gone half an hour already.
Oh, boy.
But the point I'm making is that, you know, your country is growing. With the security concerns being addressed, it means there's now greater room for economic growth. And of course, you have a role to play as well. So thank you all. I look forward to seeing you. And of course, Oliver, Dr. Bent, let me know whenever you're on my back. It's always a good time to be with our fellow Jamaicans abroad and discussing issues. What's taking place abroad beyond the WhatsApp group chats that usually spread a whole heap of propaganda. So blessed love. Take care. I'll see you all soon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Turner.
By the way, Stefan Grant is ready to and able to help, right? Mr. Stefan Grant there.
I see you. I love the hand, Sir Grant.
Stefan Grant wants
take care.
Stefan Grant wants to be part of your team, Dr. Terlan. So we can see how the diaspora can really be part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right, blessed love. Cheers.
So I do want to acknowledge some folks before we do closing prayer. Acknowledging Emily McHugh from Jamaica, USA Chamber of Commerce in South Florida. And some other folks are on too. But let's decide who's going to give the closing prayer. Who can give the closing prayer? Anybody want to nominate yourselves? Stefan Grant, I know you did it before. Would you like to do it again?
You know, I see a pastor in the chat. His name is Sion Rodney. I don't know if he's paying attention, but he is a pastor. He's actually by the way, Guyanese pastor. Taking the time to
by the way, sorry. I almost forgot. Is Claudia Chance on?
Okay.
Is Claudia there? Claudia Chance?
I see her on the list, but maybe she's stepped away.
All right. Listen, before we wrap up again, I want to just, on behalf of the community, just extend our deepest condolences with the passing of Vice Mayor Nancy Mair Boyne, and I was at a candlelight vigil for her last night, and we just extended our condolences to the community. Somebody I knew personally, when I came here in February 2019. When I came here in 2018, October 2018, she and I went to a church service together. That's where I met her. The pastor prayed for both of us, and we were able to see how she ascended in leadership. She won her seat in Coral Springs and later became vice mayor. Was doing a fantastic job, loved by the community. We're all mourning at her passing. We know the circumstances, and we just want to acknowledge her. Next week, Claudia Chance there's a song she's gonna do, but we don't have. I think we're not seeing her, so next week we will do that. So
Okay, with that, I would love to have Pastor August do the closing prayer,
yes,
since he joined us.
sure. Go
Pastor
ahead.
August, if you could turn on your camera if you're on, we can ask you to unmute. In the meantime, I want to say that thanks to the Jamaica Women of Florida, they held their 13th annual empowerment conference and awarded 13 scholarships. Yes.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Pastor Sion Rodney.
Oh, Cian Rodney is on. Okay, great.
All right, Father God, we give you praise, we give you honor, we give you glory. We thank you, oh God, for this greater God's body of mind, soul, heart, skill set, potential that work together to rebuild this great island of Jamaica. We pray, oh God, that the initiative will continue to grow and get better and greater. We pray for your leadance, your guidance, dreams and vision as we depart one from another, not from your presence. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Amen. That
Thank
was
you, Mr.
smooth.
Rodney.
He said he was praying for God and then went to Jamaica. That was pretty smooth.
Guys, remember,
All right.
remember, this is a weekly call. Please join us every week. We bring great speakers, great updates. So if you've been here one time, bring a friend. People want this sort of information. Thank you for being a part of our call this week. Dr. Jones, final word to you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. The call is usually an hour, went a little over, a little excitement on the call, but when we're having good discussion, it's worth the time, right? Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining. See you next week.
Recording stopped.
Peter.